room that have the oak trim. If you're working with oak and you want to help disguise it or pull it in and kind of modernize the house, then you can actually pull that darker color out of the oak grain and do your furniture in those darker tones. It really warms things up and updates things a lot.
Definitely. And then we have our little chrome domino table over there. So it's always good to keep in mind that you want to make sure that every person that's sitting in your living room has somewhere to put their glass of wine. So that's a great little side table because it doesn't take up too much space, but it adds some bling and some sparkle. And it mimics kind of some of the chrome we have in the chandelier. As well as we have this beautiful mirrored chrome drapery rod with the glass finials. So that adds just a little bit of sparkle. These finials definitely belong on our splurge side. And I will also show you my favorite splurge blind by Hunter Douglas. So this is a Power Rise Pirouette, and I'll show you it when it comes down. It's just taking its time, nice quiet motor. Can you hear anything, Christy? Wonderful, and you can get all sorts of window coverings, so even when the heat can touch a sensor, so they'll open a certain way when the sun hits them. So it's amazing what you can do with window coverings these days. Oh, whoops, I'm going the wrong way. And there we go. So one of my favorite things about this splurge blind is this thin layer of sheer, so the light will just filter in. And because we have all of this beautiful furniture, that sheer protects your furniture, your art, your flooring from fading from the sun. So that's a really nice feature in that blind. And we have a little bit of a naked window, but you're going to help us with that with these beautiful side panels, and that's part of the challenge. And so lastly, we have our really fun area right here. So we've seen really neutral with colors. Normally we don't encourage the carpet on carpet, but this we needed to show you just to give it a little bit of fun texture and color. So that's it for a splurge room.
Yeah, you can stop gloating now about your expensive taste over there.
Yeah, we like living the good life.
Alright, so we're going to talk about the steel living room now. We've kept things very, very simple and very similar to the splurge room, just so you can get an idea of where the differences are. Again, we're staying with our neutral walls here. I'm going to mention that this is what we would still call a neutral, even though it's a brown. It's a nice earth tone, so you can still pop your colors in without it being boring beige or boring white. So we really like those natural warm colors, especially here in Calgary. We're used to the sunlight. We don't go too crazy with color. On the window we have our Hunter Douglas designer screen shades. So these have actually gotten really popular over the last little while. They're really, really modern. You can actually see through them depending on how much you want to see. You can do different opacities, that type of thing. We didn't go with the power over here because of the price range, but you can now get these on power. Well, you know, we like the workout, what can we say? So this here is our Magnum sofa. This is a really, really good starter price point for a sofa. Very, very nice clean lines, but it's covered in a textured fabric. So it still gives us a nice depth and dimension and some really, really good textures in there to work with. For our coffee table, this is the Phoenix. This is my absolute favorite coffee table. It combines, it's kind of like a piece of art right in the middle of the room, and you can actually change it up. So depending on the occasion, if you want to move it around, kids playing games, you can stack it up if you need more room. It's really, really fun and really good price range. It also comes in high gloss white, which is absolutely gorgeous. Over here we have our side table. So this one here is the chrome and the glass top. The nice thing about a glass top table is it actually doesn't look like it's taking up very much surface space, but you still aren't compromising on the amount of room that you have on that table. The chrome kind of just adds up a little bit of bling so that we can compete with the other side. Here's our Phoenix side table, or side chair. So it's nice and low profile with the chrome legs, mimicking our sofa. It's really, really nice and simple, really fun for toss cushions. It gives us lots of room, no arms competing with the view. And then a nice fun side table, again in a neutral color, but the high gloss smooth finish really has a nice pop to it. Again, an area rug so that it gives dimension to our space, so you can see the difference between the two rooms. Really good when you have those big open areas in your basements, that type of thing. Gives you some dimension to an actual room. So now we want you to design these rooms. We're going to give you a head start. You're going to try and look for those steel items over here, and you get to look for those fun, luxurious fabrics. So
yes.
Let's go over to the accessory.
Come over to the accessory wall. Since we provided you with such a neutral color palette, this should be a snap. Whatever, we want you to first choose the one fabric that you've been eyeing since you sat down. So there's tons of different colors and varieties. You'll be surprised at how easy a color scheme can come together once you find that one inspiration piece. So it could be a cushion, could be a pair of the drapes, but keep in mind to stick to your budget. With ours, we don't have one, so. Should we put those up? I totally agree. The laser cut, you cannot.
Okay, we have our inspiration, a drapery panel, so we'll just throw it over the back of the sofa for now, and we have some assistants to help hang. So now that we have our option, we're going to start to build from there. So you're going to use this as your jump-off point. You're going to find toss cushions that you think go with it and stick within your budget.
She's trying to get a head start, okay.
She's cheating over here, so I'll just grab this other panel.
Perfect. Okay, well, may as well grab that one. Are we ready?
We're going to time you on this. Because your time is valuable, we're giving you a allotted amount of time to design. So we're going to play one of our favorite songs, and then you're going to design, and when the music stops, we're going to stop the game, and we're going to help you design the room in the right budget and explain some of the details.
Don't worry, Mallory and I are here to help you.
Yeah, you can use any side. There's tons of toss cushions. Grab whatever you think. We will give you hints.
And then the audience, Mallory and I had a little arts and craft night this week. So does everyone have a paddle? Or just steal on one side and splurge on the other?
Your mirrors.
So we expect you to use those, audience, to help our clients figure out which pillows belong in which rooms.
So when you're feeling stumped, look to the audience, hold up your piece, and if they're showing the mirrored side, it's high, and if they're showing the other side, it's low. Are we ready?
Any questions, or we're good to go?
I think they have their eyes on things already.
I know, I can tell. They're like, come on, start talking. Ready, set, design. We want to look for flex items with thick trims. That's a good way to know that it belongs on our side. Christy?
Another good tip is to feel the inside. If it feels like feathers or down, it might be a little bit higher.
Our side will have loose down. And we need zipper closures on our toss cushions. That looks silky smooth and lovely. I think that would go great on our sofa. What do you think, audience? Splurge, splurge. I see 3 splurges in the right. I see a steal. What do you think? I like it.
This is pulling out some colors from our drapes. We're doing really well over here.
That looks like a good shape for the chair. And it pulls in the gray and the chocolate brown. What do you think, audience?
I usually suggest about
I think that looks
5 toss cushions on the sofa and about 2,
what do you
maybe
think?
1 or 2 on your chair.
That looks silky smooth to me, Christy. Okay. So we're pulling in the chocolate brown from the drapes.
We have a good sized toss cushion.
Look for those natural fabrics.
That would be awesome. It really balances things out, those different shapes.
Gee, what would you like another one to balance this out? Okay.
Good afternoon, ladies, and welcome to the Calgary Women's Show. There is great excitement in the show.
Really well.
Come on, Christy. Okay, let's look at
Half
those.
an hour, we're going to be welcoming.
That looks like it might be made with natural fabric. The piping is a good touch that it belongs on our side. This is small, this is a large scale.
She's right at the end of the main stage in the Virgin booth. So Jessie Kay is here with us right now. Be sure to call at the Virgin booth and register to make it back to our auction tonight. You could be taking Jessie out
It's
to
a really
dinner
good shape we
at
had though.
Firewater Grill, but you have to pre-register.
Also the other side.
Not only do we have
Sneak
4
over
of
there.
the bachelors,
get
but we
another
have
break?
12 really hot
The fresh
local
trim is a good touch.
bachelors.
Let's go
And
to this
all
side.
proceeds from the auction will go
Back
to
there.
Canadian military
that
families.
one.
So it's a really good cause, so come on down and register at the
I
Virgin
think we need a
booth
punch
and
of color
chat.
though. Maybe we should put that out for something.
In just a few moments here on the main